Welcome to DIY Spooky Decor. Today we are creating hanging eyeball planters. For this project you will need 2 glass round vases and some white spray paint or primer. It's not the most perfect coat, it doesn't really matter though, we're going to cover most of it up. I did get these vases from Walmart, they were $2 a piece, but you can also get them at Dollar Tree, and they have multiple sizes. So we're jumping right in with the red paint, and we are just going to create some veins. You don't want it to touch the opening of the vase. I did wish that I would have gone down all the way to the bottom of the vase, however. We are going to be blending it in though, you'll see. So just have fun with this, make a bunch of veins. Now I'm using a makeup sponge and just ripping the edges off to make kind of a stipple brush. I did learn this from a friend of mine, Jen. She is a very talented artist and she knows a lot of cool tricks. So thanks, Jen. Learned a lot from you. I'm going to be using red paint. I didn't want to go on too heavy at first just to kind of get an idea of what I was doing. I did not get in that crevice around the vase enough, and I wish I would have gone in there deeper, so that's something I would do differently. Just make sure there's a lot of dark red in there, otherwise it's going to leave a white ring. Then I'm going to go in with more red paint and create more veins. You're going to do this all the way around. Now you need red yarn, Mod Podge, white paint. I didn't actually really use the white paint, so scratch that. I wrapped the yarn around something I had about 10 times. Make sure you don't do it too tight, otherwise it's hard to get off. Then you're going to knot the top, just leave a little bit. And you're going to cut both ends. Now, I did trial and error this. What I found worked the best and had the coolest effect was separating each piece of yarn. So once you start separating them, you can get them into about 4 other pieces. The thinner you get them, the more realistic they look. And let me tell you, it is worth the time and effort because up close, it looks so good. Now I did scratch paint off the center of that vase so that it would hold down with super glue. The super glue holds great, but if you glue it to the paint will just break off. I'm going to twist that tail and get it out of the way. And then start separating the pieces of yarn as thin as you can. I didn't start out thin. I wish I would have paid a little more attention to the detail in that, but I do go back and add a lot. As I'm working on these veins, I do put a glove on for this and take a bunch of Mod Podge and twist it around the tail to help it create that shape, I guess, and get it to stick together. And to let these dry, I set them on a roll of masking tape as a stand so that they would be at an angle and the tail could still hang down. Now where the real fun and messy part is, I just took a bunch of pieces of scrap yarn, the red scrap yarn, and separated them as small as I could and got them almost like little balls of fluff and Mod Podged those all over the eyeball. I didn't get a lot of it on video, but I do put a ton of it on the base around where that tail starts coming out. And this is where the thinner, the better matters. You can have so much fun playing with these. Now I got some jute twine from the Dollar Tree. I'm gonna go ahead and tape down a measuring tape quick. Here I measure it at 20 inches. I ended up making a 30 inch and a 40 inch, and that's what I use. So we're making the hanger for the eyeball. You're gonna fold the yarn over 8 times, and then normally at the top you would knot it, but I'm gonna tape it down and I'm gonna do a spiral knot or a wrap knot around it just for a little extra detail in black yarn. I am by no means teaching you how to make a macrame hanger here. I am a beginner to this. This is my first time doing it. I watched a couple YouTube videos. Jess Windle and Nick Pileggi. So go check out those channels. Those are the names of their channels. They know what they're doing and they make some awesome stuff. And I wish I would have watched Nick's video all the way through, because right after I stopped watching it, when I went back and watched the whole thing, I realized that he mentions to, be careful about not getting your strings tangled, because then your hanger will be tangled, and that's exactly what happened to mine. So, watch your YouTube videos all the way through, folks. You may learn something. I got black floral from Michaels. They do have a very small selection this time of year. They'll have more during October. And this was trial and error too for me, but look how good that looks. That eyeball looks so great. I love it. So I'm using that masking tape roll as a stand again. And definitely trial and error again. The order I would do this in is putting the vase in the hanger and then stuffing the vase with the floral and then hanging it up. Any other way is just don't do it. So yeah, and after I hang it up, I like the black. That's what I wanted, but it just seemed so hollow, so I added some hanging stuff that I had from Walmart. I've used it in other projects, and some little red details. I got those from Dollar Tree. And there they are. They look so cool. I love them so much. They look so gorgeous. Thanks for watching, folks. Please like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm releasing a video every Thursday. And until then, remember, stay spooky.